Hey there, scholars. Welcome to another lesson in well-ordered language with me, Mr. Brace. Today we are finishing up Chapter 1 by doing a review, and then you will be taking a Chapter 1 quiz. So let's go ahead and just jump in. So remember, we have 8 parts of speech, and these are classes of words with the same kind of meaning and use. They are nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, pronouns, conjunctions, and interjections. We have a song on that, so if you're having a hard time remembering those, go listen to the song. Principal elements are parts of the sentence that are needed for the sentence to be completed. Those parts are subject and predicate. A noun is a part of speech. It names a person, place, thing, quality, or an idea. A noun can be singular or plural. And there are 23 helping verbs. Am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, have, has, had, do, did, does, may, might, must, should, would, could, shall, will, and can. Those are the 23 helping verbs. I suggest trying to memorize those. It will only help you in the future. And sentences. So a sentence is a group of words expressing a complete thought. There are 4 kinds of them. Declarative sentence makes a statement. Interrogative sentence asks a question. Imperative sentence gives a command. An exclamatory sentence expresses strong feeling. Now, on your quiz today, you're going to be asked to identify multiple sentences and identify what kind of sentence they are. So it'll give you a sentence, and then you need to decide, is it declarative, interrogative, imperative, or exclamatory? Okay. Also on your quiz, you're going to need to identify if a sentence was analyzed and diagrammed correctly. So let's walk through the process of analyzing and diagramming a sentence. So first, I can identify that this is a sentence because it expresses a complete thought. It's a declarative sentence because it makes a statement. This sentence is about Mr. Brace. So I'm going to underline Mr. Brace, and I'm going to put a capital S above Mr. Brace. Now, my predicate, which tells me about my subject, was teaching, tells me about Mr. Brace. Was teaching. So I'm going to double underline it. I'm going to put 2 lines underneath. Okay, my predicate is teaching. Tells me what I was doing. And it is a verb. So this is going to be my predicate verb, capital P and a capital V. Now I do have another verb in my sentence, and predicate verbs don't need linking verbs. That means this is a helping verb because it helps make the sentence make sense. Because imagine, Mr. Brace teaching. That doesn't quite make sense. So Mr. Brace was teaching. Was is helping teaching. And if you memorize those 23 helping verbs, you could see easily identify that as a helping verb. Now, to diagram, and pay attention to the order that I do this. First, we need to draw our baseline as straight as you possibly can. Use a ruler if you have one, or a straight edge. The other day, I used the edge of this clipboard just to get a straight edge. Now, One misconception is to draw that vertical perpendicular line next. You need to write the subject first so that you make sure you have enough space on your line. Because I'll do this. If I wrote my line first, I'm going to have to squeeze in Mr. Brace right there. And it's not very legible, and no one will be able to read it. So we want to make sure to write our subject first. In this sentence, it was Mr. Brace. I'm going to capitalize it for two reasons. First, it's a proper noun, so it's a name, so it needs to be capitalized, and it's the beginning of my sentence, so it's also capitalized for that reason. Then I get to draw my vertical line. Now I write out my verbs. Was teaching. And that's my diagram sentence. Okay, let's look at one more before you go on to take your quiz. Lincoln jumps. I see this is a sentence because it expresses a complete thought. It's a declarative sentence because it makes a statement. This sentence is about Lincoln. So I'm going to underline Lincoln with one line and put a capital S. What is Lincoln doing? Lincoln jumps. My predicate, which tells me about the subject, is jumps. And it's a verb. It's an action word. And that's my analyzed sentence. I don't have any helping verbs or linking verbs in this. Now the diagram. Remember, baseline, subject, vertical line, verbs. And that's our diagrammed sentence. All right. Your next step is go to Google Classroom and take the Chapter 1 quiz. Do the best you can. I know you can do it. See you next time.